And we're back again.
It's Bloodborne.
Yay! Bonus episode.
Yes, this is
Dungeon crawling.
more Chalice dungeons because
Spoiler stuff.
yes,
Or
I mean
random-
also because it's been a while since we recorded last, and I wanted to get my bearings again.
Yeah, and you're continuing off the last dungeon you were on.
Yes, this is Hintertombs, floor 3.
Is this the one we recorded, or did you do one separate?
I don't remember.
Okay. That's fair enough. That's completely fair. So what's new? What's new? It's been
Yes.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. If you recall, in
Oh god.
the last kind of thing when I was talking about spoilers, I mentioned. Okay, so the thing with the spoilers, yikes, is that there were new half-finished Chalice dungeons with debug bosses found.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
and also
health.
deaths don't count in this
Sure,
because
you don't want to have to do the death counter.
oh shit, I forgot about the death counter.
Anyway,
Yes,
so people, or not people, two specific people, did data mining and found a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And one of them, Zully the Witch, said some stuff that I found pretty interesting at the time. Because what she said was basically, she found these things by looking at the Chalice Dungeon data that had been generated. And she was like, yeah, it turns out Chalice Dungeon stuff is more like a level select than a random generated, or something like that.
Oh.
And I was really curious about what that meant. But I didn't really know what it was doing at the time. And so since then, I've kind of looked up
A little bit more information.
what's
on
actually happening. And of course, because I was like, what does it mean when she's like, it's more like
level select. Yeah.
Because there are all the big random dungeon things in the Chalice dungeons. So what does it mean when she says that? And so I checked around, and I found out some stuff about Chalice Dungeon stuff. The architecture of how the random Chalice Dungeons are set up.
Huh.
Which I will be talking about for most of this episode.
And I'm gonna do a little bit of adjustment here too, so I'm just gonna write that down.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a little bit annoying. Might fix. There we go. At whatever the hell time it is. Okay. Yeah. Just ignore this part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Anyway, it's probably better to have the mic closer than further away.
Sure. Thinking from the great cuts when I'm teleporting around the room, which you're cutting from this video too.
Oh, I'm not gonna cut the video. I'm just gonna cut the audio. Just the specifically just the part where I adjusted the mic, because
Sure.
that'll probably show up pretty readily.
Sure. Anyway, so Chalice Dungeon, architecture.
Yeah.
So, first thing, kind of important, Chalice Dungeons are apparently not random.
Really?
At all.
Oh.
So there, as you will, so as it's said in the game, right, you have the Chalice Dungeons, the one that we're in is Hintertombs, right?
Yeah.
And that will always be the same layout, because it's a fixed dungeon.
Yeah.
Additionally, in the game, they say they're the root chalices, which are, they say unlocks the seal of a random dungeon.
Yeah.
That's kind of true. It is true in the sense that there is a pool of dungeons that it picks one from randomly.
Okay, so it picks a random dungeon. It picks out of the deck.
But all of them have been handmade.
Oh.
And
wait, they're all handmade. I thought maybe
they're all handmade.
I thought maybe it was there's kind of a way that they can fit, the rooms can fit together really well, and
Nope.
it's basically just okay.
Nope, there is no random generator algorithm in the game.
Oh. Well, no, that's actually not what I was going to say. I was going to say a list of generated rooms, and then it's just actually just a short little string, and there's like an algorithm that puts together the dungeon based on that algorithm.
Whoa, that's a new thing. Oh god.
So these are actually like every one of these dungeon maps is in the game.
Yes,
and it's not pieces of a map that get
right. I mean,
constructed,
obviously they were
randomly
assembled with a certain toolkit, right?
Yeah.
But the maps themselves are not randomly generated in any way.
Okay. So we might both be right. Just I might be explaining it in the wrong way.
Right. Like they're not random. Like people made these maps using a set of levels, of like pre-configured levels that are like rooms that they could snap together.
Yeah.
But all the assembly was done by a person. Yeah.
And what I meant was like the assembly was done by a person, but really all that the actual map is just a selection of a pre-made selection of rooms that snap together,
right?
Like you were saying. So it's not these every single one of these full maps isn't stored in memory.
Right.
As a whole is what I mean. Like they store the pieces in memory and they store the layouts, how they snap together.
They store a map. Like that's what a map is.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right.
Right. Okay. And so anyway, so that's kind of the big thing. That was actually apparently like this was known for a while for like the people who play a lot of Chalice Dungeon stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like, "Oh, I keep getting the same exact dungeon layouts. That's weird because they're supposed to be random." And this actually made apparently some people quite angry when it was first discovered because
it's still random. You get a different map. They're not unique all the time.
Right. Okay, so the thing is, Zully the Witch kind of disassembled what the Chalice Dungeon, like, data was, right? Like, that's how she found what these maps were.
Yeah.
Like all the debug maps. And because it's basically, like, the Chalice Dungeon layout in memory, like the thing that gets sent to the server when you make a Chalice Dungeon and share it, it's not like a random dungeon seed, right?
It's a location in memory.
Well, no.
Oh.
I mean, it's like there is data in the thing, but it's mostly like it is kind of like she says, it's more of like an index than.
Okay, yeah. So, all right, yeah, location memory.
Not. Yeah. I mean, I feel like a level index is not necessarily a pointer in the sense of being a but that might be quibbling because I'm a programmer.
Yeah, I was going to say, but it could be.
I mean, yeah, but it's not necessarily.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I was thinking of like an index for like an array anyway. So
right,
which is still technically a pointer once you get down to it. Anyway, go on.
And yes, anyway.
Semantics.
Whoops.
Thank God for chest opening iframes. Yeah. Anyway, sends a thing, sends an index. Yep.
Yes, and so that like a lot of what the data there is just like that was a bad idea.
Oh God. Scary fast. A lot of what the location in memory is
yes, okay. And so a lot of like
obviously we should trade off a little bit so that I can get a little practice too.
Yeah, that might be good.
And you can do some of the talking.
Without having to focus on actually killing enemies.
Yeah. Location in memory.
Yes.
Or index.
So like, and what's included is one of the things that was actually kind of important that she mentioned was like, when you have these things in memory, or like what's in the data structure is basically a pointer to, or not a pointer.
Yep. Index. Go on.
Well, not even an index. It's basically which set of dungeon maps should this draw from.
Oh.
And there are two sets. And she kind of speculated each one has maybe about 100 different layouts in it.
Okay.
And most dungeons only draw from one of them. So like, you know, like all of the, I believe she said that she thought it was like the fixed dungeons were obviously made by hand and unique. And then you have the kind of root chalices that are at a depth of like 1 to 4.
Okay.
And then the depth 5 ones theoretically have a much larger, like they have a whole second set that only show up in depth 5.
Oh.
And so those are like the New Game Plus super hard ones.
Yeah. I remember you saying that last time.
And so that was kind of really interesting. One, because it kind of put a upper limit on the number of dungeons there are total. Because like, the total number of layouts.
I don't know what that was.
That's like, is that a trap?
It had to have been a trap. Like I saw you walk over the
thing.
Yeah, you saw it on the ground, right?
Oh,
it's right
that
there.
Thing.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. I thought you did it on purpose.
And I was just looking at the walls and at the floor.
Yeah.
So one puts an upper limit on the number.
God, there's
there
another
we go. On the number of it's probably
there's another one right there.
Those things.
Anyway, puts an upper limit on the number.
On the number of possible dungeons. Because if there are only so many layouts...
hold on for a second. Alright, go ahead.
Clock wipe. If there are only...
I'm going to put in a clock wipe. You know that. Every time you've said clock wipe, I've put in a clock wipe.
Good.
And I'm going to... Oh, God, no. Why would I... Oh. Okay, sorry. Go on.
So if there are only so many dungeons, like... My understanding is each kind of type of map has a different... Oh boy, that's not good. Has a different... Like, each like, they're like... We're in the Hinter Tombs, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like Loran and It and whatever, the Sumeru.
Yeah.
And each of those have a different... Like, the same layout in a different map will have different rooms in it. Like, the rooms will physically look different.
Yeah, but it's the same...
But it's the same topology.
Okay, so it's pretty much a reskin?
Yes. Although I'm not 100% on that, in part because I haven't actually done a huge amount of Chalice Dungeon stuff myself. I don't really know for sure what all of the different... Like, what is different visually between dungeons of a different type.
Ah, okay.
But I think that's how it goes.
All right.
And so you have like, 100 layouts times the 4 different types of Chalice Dungeon.
Times 2, right? Because you've got 100 layouts times 4 for the different types of layouts, but then you also have 2 levels, one for 1 through 4, depth 1 through 4, and one for depth 5, right?
Kind of. Because like those. It's kind of weird because like it's not just a flat times 2 because like most of the Chalice dungeons don't have that, whereas like the depth 5 ones has 200, whereas the depth 4 ones all have 100. So it's times 2 in certain situations for certain chalices.
I was saying
doubled.
I was saying because you said like they're 100 for... Is it 100 for collectively 1 through 4?
Yes, it's 100 different... Yes.
And then a different set of 100.
They're only for 5.
Okay.
And so the thing with that is... Poison. People have, like, done... No.
Oh, God. What is that? Like a boulder thing?
Whoop.
Oh, God. Okay. That's less than ideal. Oh, does that mean item placement is actually not random?
Correct.
Oh, Jesus.
What's actually interesting is...
So when people find dungeons that have good items in them, they could just straight...
Yes.
I mean, but that was always true, wasn't it?
Yes.
I mean,
what's actually interesting is that, okay, so there are these rites you can run.
Yeah.
On dungeons to make them harder. There's like a Cursed, Rotten, and Fetid.
Yeah.
And the thing with those is that, like, what they do, because people have found, like, the same exact layout, just with different rites on it, and it's like, they basically turn certain chests into enemies.
Oh.
And so the enemies will then drop much better loot than the chests would normally.
Does it increase the general difficulty of all of the enemies in the...
I don't actually know.
Okay.
Is that a person? No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we can probably assume that it would actually increase the difficulty.
Maybe. I mean, because the thing is, like, it seems like basically the rights all do very specific things.
All right, so there are trap buttons everywhere in this room.
Yes, and they're all linked up to these, so I should probably smash those. So that's kind of and the other thing is that, like,
wait, did you say the modifiers are very specific?
Yeah, in that they only do very specific things. Like this one, like one of the rights, literally only just turns certain chests into enemies.
Okay.
Right, and another one, I think, places like bell ringing maidens at certain predefined points in the level.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that.
And those are huge pains in the ass.
Yes. Because the red enemies are particularly difficult.
So these are hand put together levels that have specific predetermined spots where the modifiers can actually change.
Right. So it'll be like you'll put a thing down, and it'll be like in normal maps it'll be this type of encounter.
Yeah.
And in the cursed ones or whatever, it'll be a monster that drops certain gear.
Okay.
Or a certain rank of gear.
Okay, so because monster drops are those are random.
Yes, but they have... This is also not necessarily new information for people who do lots of dungeon crawling. Depending on the type of the level, you will get different types of drops. So, like, blood gem...
Oh, God.
Blood gem drops depend, like, what type of attribute the blood gems do, like attack up or magic up or whatever. That depends on...
Is there an item in there? Yeah.
Yes. It was just looking like a boulder crater. So it didn't necessarily block.
I saw that too, and I was like, maybe there's another path behind you that you don't want to...
So, like, depending on the zone, you'll get different kinds of...
Blood gems.
Blood gems. Like, one type of dungeon will get you zones of a certain power. Or not certain... Like, the power will go up by rank, like, by depth. Whereas the type will change by, like, which type of zone you're in.
Okay.
Like, which of the 4 Chalice Dungeon types. And the thing with that is... Are
there only 4 attributes?
No, but I think there are, like, it I don't know the details, but it is kind of like there's major and minor and stuff. So it turns out this kind of drastically limits it, because there are some dungeon types that just do not have rank 4 or 5 levels.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like some of them just don't go up that high.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting, because one of the things people did once they discovered, like, the data structure is somebody made... Oh, man. Somebody made a dungeon that was, like, splinched. You know, that it was using the dungeon pool of the depth 5s, but it was set to have a different property.
Huh.
So that it wasn't actually the depth 5 dungeon. And because of that, people were like, oh, this dungeon now gives you, like, area types or gem drops that are completely unlike anything you can normally get in the game.
Really?
Like, they were ones you could get, but not of that power, because nothing existed of that. Like, there were no places to get them in that high rank.
Right, so there's no random dungeon, but you can change certain properties of the dungeon,
right?
The preset dungeon.
The dungeon data structure is basically like, what zone is it in? What data structure, or like which of the 2 map sets should it use? And there's some really interesting stuff. So, like, all of the dungeons have a treasure room in them, which is just like, you know, a big room full of treasure, right?
Yeah.
But there's a random one of the values is like a bit. And it's just like, if it's on, there's a wall where there would be a door to the treasure room. And if it's off, then you can get to the treasure
chest
room.
in the back, right in front of you.
So it's like, basically all dungeons have this fixed layout, but depending on this one switch, there'll just be a wall there, so you can't get to part of it. So you can't get to the treasure room in that layout type. So it'll be the same exact layout, just with one wall that blocks something. And then the other thing is, all of the dungeons are 4 levels, but
you can't always get to the 4th level.
But there's another bit that's just like, does this level, can you access, like, is there an invisible wall at the end of the 3rd floor?
Run. You're getting poisoned.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to figure out where I haven't. Whoa!
Oh god!
That's a problem.
I think that's where you haven't been.
No, that's where I've been, because those are the monsters that show up when you do.
Right. When you kill too many.
When you do a visceral.
Oh right. Because god. Think it'll follow you?
I hope so, and I hope. No, I think it got leashed.
Damn. Anyway, what were you talking about? Something else.
Oh wait, wow, that was totally a waste of an antidote.
It just ran out?
It just ran out as I used it.
Yep.
And so basically there are these 2 bit parameters. They're just like, how does this level work? To like add a tiny bit more variation.
Okay. So, like, does it go this far? Yes, no.
Right.
Hate those things.
Yeah, they're not great.
I hate them.
Whoa.
Yep. Yeah, I just saw that in the last second. I was like, I think there's a guy behind you. Oh, God. Yeah, you might die here.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, well.
So now that I can talk for a moment without getting distracted.
Yeah, you want me to take over for a little bit?
Sure. Do you think you can get back to that bloodstone without dying?
No.
Okay, let me try.
You go ahead and do that.
And so basically, like, what this means is that there's fixed layouts, and then they're just like the 2 random bit fields that change it.
Okay.
And that's like it.
Wow.
Which I think is kind of wild.
So literally, what you could do, you can. So is there a dungeon code generator yet?
No, because you have to. Well, I mean, I got this information basically like Zoe the Witch wrote up the dungeon parameters, and like put it on the Dark Souls or the Bloodborne wiki.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
Ooh.
But there's not like a whole bunch of information about. Basically, if you can save edit, you can. Oh my god.
Yeah, this isn't going well. If you can save edit.
If you can save edit, then you can already make your own.
But it's not even really making your own, right?
Well, I mean, you can make your own data structures that will get you a dungeon.
Oh, okay.
And so again, like the reveal is that's how Zoe the Witch made them. That she was just like, these indices aren't used. I wonder what's in them. Oh, it's like debugged stuff.
Oh, okay. Because what I'm talking about, like for code generator, I'm talking like you said that you can access dungeons people have accessed by that generates some sort of like seed code that's not actually a seed.
Yeah.
So much as it is
like
just that encoded
when you
data.
upload a glyph, which is just like this little alphanumeric string that you can use to find more dungeons.
Oh, right. You have to upload them.
Yes.
You could. So it's not like you can't type in a string.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I was like, what if they could do some sort of like JavaScript online thing where you could just generate the codes?
Nope. Yeah, because like the glyphs that we have are ones that somebody
constructed the data structure.
Again, like Zoe the Witch specifically uploaded to the server on purpose so that people could access them.
Yeah. And how do you access the ones on the server?
You just go into, like, there's a thing. that you can go to that we can't use because we're not online.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
This is where I died, right?
I don't... Maybe? Yes.
Okay.
Either that or a room that looks just like it.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem.
No, you died, so the... Oh. I hope the mosquito lady didn't get all your souls.
I don't think that's how it works. I think it has to be on respawn.
Oh.
But whatever.
Okay.
It's not hugely important. Okay, here we go. This is what I was actually
Oh, God.
looking for.
Yeah, and you're getting shot.
Oh, God.
Oh, I've got a knot in my back that's just killing me. Oh, God. Oh!
Yikes.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
At least now I know what way to go.
Yeah, should I get some practice here?
Oh, sure, go
Why
for
the
it.
hell not? So, and then you can actually talk.
Yeah, that'll probably help.
God, and here comes the trying to remember all the buttons.
Yep.
Again.
I did that before we started recording.
Oh, yeah.
Although you can know that I still keep messing up.
That's because you're smart. Yep, gun. Okay. Oh no, that's because we're using the right palash.
Yeah, I think the gun is actually it's cocked now, so you might want to L1 to uncock it. Or no, it's not cocked right now.
So yeah, how do you?
There we go.
Oh, okay. So what actual difference does that make?
I think it turns like the L2 into it changes the
R2.
Yes, and it also changes the moveset from piercing to slashing.
So this is piercing.
So that's piercing, and then that's slashing.
Okay, which is generally what we want.
I was actually using the piercing one a lot because yes.
Depends on your
It depends.
play style. Okay, now which way are we going?
You are going to the right.
Okay, this way?
Yes.
And gonna get murdered, like, immediately.
It's entirely possible.
Remember the button set. Alright, yeah, keep directing me, because I...
Okay. I mean, you just, at this point, you just need to look around.
Oh, really? Am I already in the area?
Yes, this is the area.
Oh, okay.
This is a big hallway. There's gonna be a dude to your left.
yeah.
And then there's more enemies elsewhere.
Oh, come on.
And so anyway, so the Witch like did all the deconstruction and like basically posted on the Bloodborne wiki like how to make how the things are structured, like how the glyph data is structured.
Yeah.
And like and it's just basically like which dungeon set, which dungeon, some other stuff. And
Oh, God.
yeah. So it's actually like
Oh! Mm-hmm. Right, you got attacked by the same guy, didn't you?
yes.
Isn't there a big, like, mean dude, like right here? Yeah.
What mean, dude?
The really angry dudes. The dudes that are...
They're very fast?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that's like up and through a doorway.
Oh, good.
Or over and through a doorway. And that's actually where you should go because that's where the switch is to get to the boss.
Oh, if only we could light those.
I mean, you have... Yes. Yeah, that's where the guy is.
Okay, and he's, like, immediately in here, right?
He's at the top.
Oh, right,
with the
and
guy
I'm going to
who's
get shot.
Yes. And so basically, like, I've also been talking about this, but there's the other thing is that there is apparently a glitch in the game where, so like, okay, so there's, nice, so like the Great It's Chalice that we don't have yet.
Yeah.
Is the one that should have the largest set of different dungeons because it's one of the ones that has like, all two of them. Uses both sets. So there should be a lot of
shit.
ones that are specific to that dungeon type. And yet, when people have been playing the game, they've noticed that it's actually they've been generating dungeon after dungeon and they keep getting like the same basic set of dungeons over and over again. Like there's 32 common ones
Okay.
that people have been getting over and over. And so they have...
Oh, God, I don't want to fight the boss. Shit.
Well, I mean, you have to get back and find the boss door, which...
Do you remember where it was?
I mean, I do. You probably don't.
Oh, obviously.
But there are these 32 common, like, dungeon. And people are like, that's really weird, because it seems like we should be getting the largest set of dungeon maps for this.
Ow. Yeah, I saw it coming, too. Oh, God! That's not what I wanted to use.
It's triangle.
Thank you. Damn it. Okay. Largest set.
And they keep being this, like, restricted small set. And so they've done some research just, like, by playing the game and trying to figure out who this affects and who can generate new dungeons and, like, under what conditions do they get something out of that set.
Yeah.
And basically the theory is currently is, like, once you've generated a certain number of dungeons, you become unable to generate
new types.
Ones in the big set or something like that. Ones outside of the common set for the its chalices.
Oh.
Which is really... And the other thing is, like, that's probably a bug. It's kind of unclear, though.
Because it could be something like... it kind of like Pokemon, sort of... You have to trade.
Yeah.
To get everything.
But it's not necessarily certain. Because it seems like it's a bug. But... the whole Chalice dungeon system seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because, you know...
And, like, if it was a bug, really, how would you know either way?
Right. Because it's basically like, this is a thing that's happening.
There's nothing in this room, is there?
It's correct.
Alright.
Like, because it's happening, whether it's happening on purpose is kind of unclear, basically.
Okay. Let's see. Could I get all the way to the end?
Only one way to find out.
Yep.
Don't fall in the pit at the end, though.
Yeah. But what if I want to?
And so it's just like, I don't know, it's been really interesting reading up on this, just because, like, the amount of, like, compared to playing the game, like, the way the system actually works is kind of wild, like, as opposed to, like, the sense you get from, like, running one or two dungeons of, like, oh, there are all these random dungeons. Versus, like, okay, here are the sets of dungeons that we have, here are the situations in which they differ. Like, the actual system laid out like that is a lot more restrictive than the initial sense gives.
Yeah, the initial impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's shit here, too. Okay. Seriously, where's this door? Not that I want to, like, be at the door.
You want to go back out to the big room at the beginning.
Oh, that's good, because I don't remember where that is.
You want to go up, not that way.
Yeah.
Up and then to the left, and...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wait until the boulder has cleared.
Yeah, I was like, I can make it. And then I was like, no, I can't.
And then to the end, and then turn right.
The end?
Yes, the end of this hallway. And then turn right here.
Oh, yep. Okay. And right. Yeah, poison.
Yep.
I keep forgetting about poison!
And then it's on your left, on the left edge of the map, and I think that's not a poison lake, right?
Yeah.
And then you get to try fighting the boss.
I don't want to.
With 4 blood vials.
I don't want to.
You could go back out and buy some.
You know what? I will attempt it, and I will let you.
Or actually,
do that part.
there might be you can open it, because the boss is not immediately afterwards. But there might be another section of the level after this they can keep playing at.
Okay.
There's a doorway in this hallway, which there is not.
Nope.
So, nope, you gotta go right to the boss.
Great! Super exciting.
Yep. There's no escape.
And I realize another thing too is that once we get back to the actual main game, the first thing we have to do is
fight another boss. Yes. I mean, that's part of the reason I wanted to do some Chalice Dungeon stuff.
Good choice all around. Just good choice in general.
Oh hey, I know this one.
Oh good.
And you do too.
Is that poison?
Probably, yes.
Oh shit.
But I mean, you've fought this boss before.
Yes, and can I stun him?
Yes. When she reaches her hand up like that, you can do that. If you recall, when we actually fought this... Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
And you also have to wait for a fraction of a second.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
GG.
Stupid not healing button. Mm-hmm. Okay, so,
Do you want to keep trying, or...
No.
No? Okay.
I've got a good handle on it. I think I'll be fine against the boss when it comes up.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is that we might want to... Well, we'll see how this goes, but we might want to play through another Chalice dungeon.
Yeah.
And let's see, do we have... Yeah, I think I'm gonna go and actually buy some blood vials.
All right. So yeah, let's do that. And we'll get back to it.
Sure. Going back.
All right. Okay. Go ahead. All right. Ben's gonna take on our wonderful friend, the blood-starved beast, whom we know so well. Nice. Yeah, I think we're gonna be a lot more effective against it.
We can hope to be more effective, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, man.
I know! Oh, that's stage 2, I think, right?
Yes. That was not close enough.
Nope.
That was
Nope.
too early.
Yes. Oh, God. You did it... Oh, wait, you actually had poison this shit.
Yes.
Nope.
Oh, that's not good. Yep.
Okay, well, that, you know...
Yep.
So, yeah. And we were just talking about the blood-starved beast, and...
Yes.
You know, I'll give it a shot. If you want to get back to it.
Sure.
Oh. So stressed. So much stress. All on my shoulders. All in my shoulders. It's a quick run, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're literally 0 enemies. It's just straight through.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
Okay.
over here. Like, all of the Chalice dungeons are actually laid out like that.
Oh.
And again, I used to think that was because of their algorithm, but now it's like, oh, they must have just had that directive when they were making the levels.
Which, it's sort of an algorithm.
Right.
All right.
Which is kind of like...
Here goes a whole bag of nothing. Oh, okay. Hail, friend. Come hither. That didn't work at
Yeah,
all.
it was too late.
Boom.
That was good, though.
I'm glad that I was not anywhere near him.
Yeah.
Boom.
Nice.
Getting
Yeah,
better-ish.
One of the things I noticed when I was watching the episode where we fought this one in the main game was just like I just kept like just walking straight up to it and doing a visceral and then doing that again and again and again.
Yeah.
And I would always just kind of like
Shit.
that was way too late. I would always just
Damn it. You always just...
I just kind of kept, like, I had the first, 2/3 of the fight down, perfectly.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's
Yep.
bad. Oh, gosh. Oh, good gosh. Good gravy. All right, well, here go. God, I just want to beat this guy.
Yeah, I mean,
we've done it before, right?
Yes.
Anyway, you noticed?
Oh, yeah, like, I had the first 2/3 of the fight down, like, perfectly, just, like, chain visceraling it down to the very end.
Yeah.
And then it did the thing where you couldn't actually get close to it or else you would get poisoned, and I kind of lost it every time.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
But I actually should maybe
Clean out your inventory.
yeah, I kind of want to try
The beast roar.
Beast Roar. Because apparently, I mean, I heard some people mention that it was remarkably good in certain situations, but I don't actually know.
Well, we've never... Have we ever used it?
I've used it to display, but I've never really used it.
Okay. Because I don't entirely remember it.
It's like one of the first spells you get, and it's also not good as such.
But it can be.
Oh.
It can be good.
Yes.
Oh, that. Oh, God. Oh, good gracious. Oh! Lucky! Oh, nope. Away you get. Oh my God, that was... just... Nope! I hate that wind-up. Because we're kind of ooh, nice. We kind of conditioned ourselves to just go for whatever wind-up we want to.
Right, and they're different ones, and it's kind of important that you...
actually pay attention.
Right, there's the next phase.
Can you actually visceral that?
Maybe, but the timing is clearly different.
Okay. Just attack it. Yep. Because you've got it on the ropes.
Yes.
Yep. Take it. Yes.
That was much
Brilliantly
easier.
done.
That was much easier than the when we played in the main game.
Excellently done.
Lower Intertune Chalice.
Yay. And shiny thing.
Yes.
Oh wait, but the shiny thing is the on the other side.
Right. I was just kind of.
Is that your blood? Yeah.
Yes, because you were like running around the edge of the circle.
And yes, it is
when
poison.
You got killed. So I was like, where is the blood stain? But it's here.
I'm surprised I got that far around.
Okay, and that's this chalice completed. Oh yeah, and the thing is like in the since this is a 3-floor dungeon, if this is a random 3-floor dungeon, there would be a door here that was just covered by what is basically an invisible wall that you cannot dispel. And like that's how it handles
the treasure room?
Yeah, that's how it handles 3-floor dungeons, that how it handles the treasure room.
I got it.
So I guess next episode we'll be going back to the main game.
Yeah, so this is the end of the bonus episode, and we're gonna go get murdered by
Murder Ligarius. If you were going to get murdered by.
Oh yeah. No, I mean that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll see you guys then.